Okay, everybody, I'm jumping right into this. Right afterwards, we got announcements. We got trailers, we got new cards, we got everything. There were a lot of speculations and rumors about sets that were coming out that people had already known about. Future trainer set, a future Team Rocket set. All these things had a lot of speculation and people were already talking about these. Now we got confirmation today on which of these are on their way. We had a trailer released, and this trailer demonstrated Lily's Clefairy, and Zoroark and Reshiram, Marnie's Grimmsnarl. These cards were also displayed, so it's not like we just speculate which Pokemon are going to be representing them. It is pretty clear cut. We don't have the immediate information as if these Pokemon will be the exact 6 that will be representing N, for example, but you do get some information because 2 of the 6 are already represented and shown in the trailer. They also show a couple more. Something that we also got a glimpse of when we saw the trailer for these cards was that we saw the trainer reflected on the card. Of course, the name of the trainer is reflected on the card. I'm also going to guess that the game is going to include these like it did in the past, which means that they will evolve from or into their respective trainer Pokemon and show their trainer icon on the card as well. So it's not like you're just grabbing any Magikarp and then evolving it into Misty's Gyarados, for example, which is not going to work, right? You would need Misty's Magikarp to go into Misty's Gyarados. I'm going to guess that that's exactly what we're going to have to do here as well with these new cards. We also did get some teased as well. Arven's Mabostiff is included. Yes, I'm 100% sure that's them, because if you've played Scarlet and Violet, you know that this is their whole plot. This is their story. It's his iconic Pokemon. It's the whole reason why he's even working with you in the game. Now my guess would be for Psyduck is that it's going to be for one of 2 trainers, which is either Misty. A lot of people would assume that's hers, and why wouldn't they pay tribute to her voice actor passing recently? It's probably just a kind gesture that the TCG world would want to give in her honor, so I'd imagine that it's going to be her. But if not, I do speculate that it would be someone else. My other guess would be that this is Haru from Pokemon Concierge, but I'm doubtful because 1, she's not in any of the mainline games to my knowledge. It was specifically created for that Netflix show. 2, we've never seen her battle, and it's not really specifically her Pokemon, but rather a Pokemon that she works with. But it is a nice guess, just based on the location though, and the fact that it's not at some beach or some resort. It does kind of just lead to more than likely being Misty's Psyduck. And there was a lot of confusion as to who this trainer is. This is Ethan, and that's his Pichu. There was a lot of guesses as if that was Red with his Pichu instead of Pikachu, or Silver, but no, this is Ethan. And they were not done. They also included another little sneak peek, which again, people had been talking about a future Team Rocket set. Well, here it is. You get a 6-second teaser and a small glimpse of a Pokemon flying by. I imagine most of you know that this is either Mew or Mewtwo, just based on how big he was. Definitely going to be Mewtwo. And if you consider his story, or just the Pokemon movie, for example, and how he's created, he had a lot more to do with Team Rocket than, say, Mew did with Team Rocket, right? In the movies, we see him more so in line stopping Mewtwo. He doesn't really have any involvement with Mew. Because it was just a teaser, we didn't really get too much else. And again, safe to say it's Mewtwo. There is a screenshot right there that should pretty much clear it up for just about anybody that is unsure. And I know probably some of you are wondering, how did we know about these sets incoming? The Pokemon Company has to trademark these sets in advance. So because of the Japanese trademark listings that exist many months in advance, people are able to speculate, hey, this probably will have something to do with this set. So that's how people are able to come to the conclusion as to like when these new special sets will come into play in the future, or that they're just going to be in existence at some point. It's very clear cut that they handpicked a lot of the more favorite, cooler trainers that people seem to love or grew up with or see somewhat as iconic. One that was missing that a lot of people are expecting is Iono. I wouldn't be surprised if they include her. And for those of you wondering about Marnie, yes, again, she was here. We did see her Morpeko and Grimmsnarl, which I'm a big fan of Morpeko. He's actually one of my favorite Pokemon. I specifically gather Morpeko cards with a passion, and I definitely look to get all of them at some point, just because. Not that they're really expensive or hard to get. I actually get a lot of them in singles pretty easily just from cracking packs, but if in the future I could buy them all graded, That'd be pretty cool. Again, that's just a me thing. I just really like Morpeko. We also got information that Steven will get his own pre-constructed deck with Beldum and Metagross EX as well. So it's not like Marnie will be in this alone. And for anyone that watched Ash's last season, you saw Steven, he's in that big tournament. And just to be in that tournament, you got to be a big deal. So the fact that he was there just represents he's probably a favorable or iconic character that they wanted to use. People like him. While we're on the topic of reveals, switching over to another set that I've been excited about, a set I've been talking a lot about, a set that, again, I will remind you guys, I am taking pre-orders for because I love this set. I don't even know it yet, and I love it. It reminds me of when I was having my first kid, and I don't even know why I'm supposed to love him, but I know I love him because he's my kid. Okay, sorry. Losing focus here. Paradise Dragona. We've talked about this set. We got more reveals today. We have this cool Latias-Latios combo, which is similar to the Perrin Pursuing Growlithe thing. You have two cards that are essentially happening at the same time, same place, and if you put them side by side, they're almost like they're connected, right? That's what they did here with these full art cards. They look great, looks beautiful. I don't like the way Latios looks a little bit in this card, but Latios looks pretty dope. And then of course Execute as his full art revealed as well, and we got another variation of the Alolan Execute EX as well. I gotta say, it looks pretty cool. They did reveal some extra cards as well. We did see a Trapinch, Vibrava, Flygon EX, which I personally thought it looks pretty dirty. It reminds me of when my toddlers try and paint something for the first time or color something and they just kind of go crazy and they just use a bunch of different colors. This is what that looks like to me. If I stare at it long enough, it makes sense, but not at first glance. The Duraludon and his evolution in EX form also made an appearance. Ruffet, Braviary, Gimmighoul, another Goldango card, Moochum, a Surfer Trainer card, Counter Gain, Helper Bell, and a new A-Spec that was printed is Megaton Blower. Megaton Blower does not seem like it's going to be relative. And a small shout out to Alessandro Cremasali. I hope I didn't say your name incorrectly, for getting top 32 in Worlds. As someone who wishes that I was this good at playing control decks, I've watched the game for a long time, but I've never actually tried to compete like it will going into it this year. It's very nice to see someone who is a father, has other commitments and things to do, has the ability to come create his own deck or work on his own deck and then define it and make it really stand out to the point where he can be in one of the best, biggest tournaments and do this well. As always, guys, leave a comment, let me know what you thought. Thanks for watching, guys. See you laters.